Hi and welcome to Paranormal Hauntings. Today Ella's joined me from
Team Spirit Paranormal,
and we've came back to Wadsley
Church, which is in Wadsley, Hillsborough, Sheffield.
If no one has watched the footage of our previous investigation here, what we did is we actually went to Middlewood Chapel. They had a lot of asylum patients come over there, was treated in that church. And we seemed to get some replies suggesting they wanted us to come to a different area, and then Leslie said to come here because 2,500 people
were taken from the chapel and moved over here and buried here.
So if you haven't watched that footage, please watch that footage and see what you think. So we came here and we got some responses as well, but it didn't seem, it was more responsive at the other one. It just seemed that they wanted us to come and visit.
They were pointing us in this direction.
Yeah. So we've come today and we've laid some flowers. So this is the memorial that has been laid here. Originally, I said it was 250, didn't I, people?
Yeah.
And then as soon as we got here, it said thousands.
As if it was correcting.
And it like corrected me, didn't it? Which was quite interesting. And then we came here and I was like, oh my God, it's thousands.
Other city.
Well, the city. Now, where did you say that some of the bodies was took away?
Yeah.
And took to another graveyard? Where was that? Where? I've not heard that on it before.
That piece of music.
That music.
Thousands.
Are we talking about the patients?
True.
True, they saved.
Are we talking about the war?
That's a different tone. And he.
Been sent.
Been sent.
I wonder if it's been sent to the other church.
Yes, I think they're trying to tell us that.
I've
crossed. I've died.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
February.
You're up.
February. Actually, might have to look that up then.
Yeah, do you know exactly when they was moved?
No.
Describe.
Not off the top of my head.
Describe. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
We will go and have a look. Because it's saying 250, but it said thousands. It was
Do you want
thousands.
to go to that church?
It might be worth to. Would you? You found out some interesting information after, didn't you?
Yeah, they brought the bodies here. I'm not sure the reason why, but when they did bring the bodies here, they laid them in this vast area of grass, and apparently back then in the Victorian era, it was quite shameful that the people that were in an asylum, so they weren't even allowed not allowed as such. The family members refused to come, and bury them.
Mental illness took like a shame on the family, didn't it? If they was put into an institution,
Which is really sad.
it is very sad. And some of these patients, they actually probably didn't have a mental health illness. Some of them may have had a baby out of wedlock. Some of them may have had an affair. The guidelines for being put into an institution was very, very low. It was quite easy to be took into one, and especially if you wasn't liked as well. People could make out you had a mental illness, and it was a way of getting rid of you, to be honest.
And then if you imagine if they are locked up in this asylum, it's going to send anybody a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah. So a lot of these people, they could have suffered and actually had absolutely nothing wrong with them, and there was a lot of treatment that went off in that asylum, wasn't there? Because the asylum is actually not too far away from the church. That's why they treated them there.
Yeah.
And they did electric shock treatment and everything.
They did, yeah.
I mean, even if you had got a mental health illness, you know, can you imagine having something put on your head, not having it explained to you, and just
dreadful.
it'd have been dreadful. But like I say, we've came here because it seemed as though it was suggesting it wanted us to, and
Didn't on the box it mentioned something about £3?
yeah,
Can you remember?
yeah.
Now what? I don't know what that refers to. Does that mean? I don't know. I don't know.
Unless it costs £3 for each person to be in here as a donation or
Yeah,
something, it makes you
possibly.
wonder. We are going to go in the church, aren't we, and have a look. It also mentioned headstone, and as you can see, there is no headstones, bar there is scattered ones, which I think has probably been popped up in later years. Maybe the families, you know, put them down. So yeah, we've come and laid some flowers. We're going to do a quick ITC session just to see what is said, see what responses we get. So we set up the ITC, and the first word that's came out is Grandpa. P. So there's anybody here with us that we spoke to before? I asked you to come forward. You suggested to bring some flowers, and we have. Are you happy we've came back? Climb.
What did that say?
Climb.
Climb.
Yep. See it for the shadows, but yeah. If you're happy we've came back, can you say yes? That was I don't know. I don't know. There's no need to be scared. The theory is you can use this device to talk to us. We're being a voice for you. Post.
Do you have any messages for us? You come with the greatest respect.
It says I'm on the run. I'm on the run.
On the run. Can't hear.
It's very whispery today.
Yeah.
Does that help? You'll hear it a lot better when you review it. A hell of a lot better.
Are you asking for help?
Last time you said you wanted us to remember you. That's what came through. There'll be a lot of people watch this footage.
Oh dear. I said oh dear.
I don't know if it said I do.
Oh.
Who will remember you? Your story will be told where you are.
You can flowers.
Can you see the flowers we've put down?
Forget.
Sounds very, very different, don't it? I'll review it all anyway. Someone. I said they're moving.
Soft.
Can you tell us your name at all?
It was. I don't want to. It's okay. Dan. It says Dan.
Dan, I thought it's
So that's a name. So thank you,
Thank you.
Dan. Was Dan your nickname? Did people used to call you Dan? I'm tired, I'm at peace. Okay, darlings. We're glad you're at peace.
Mike,
Mike. Another name? Interesting, the names are coming through now. So Mike, do you want to come through and say anything?
Were you a patient? Or did you work in the asylum?
here,
Here. Can you hear us? It's in here, I can hear you. We're struggling to hear on the device your replies. Can you try and come through a bit stronger? I know it's hard. Them. Who's them? Is there others that want to come forward and hear them? Hear them. Can you give me any more names of the patients buried here? I'm tired again.
people,
Bible. We are in the churchyard. You remember they were very reluctant before, like in a way like, are we allowed to be doing this? Can you remember?
Yes, I can.
Like, is this a bit witchy? Sleep. It's okay to. They would have been very godly people, wouldn't they? To be in. They would have been very godly people. They may have.
Yeah.
This kind of thing would have probably scared them in a church, and obviously if they stayed there as patients, they'd have had it drilled into them.
Yeah.
Might be why they was reluctant last time as well in parts.
Yeah.
Seemed like they gave us a bit and then took it out.
Yeah,
Well, we're going to finish in a minute.
That's a dome.
I think so. 100.
Sorry?
100.
100. Is there any messages that you'd like to give us? Before we go?
So I want you to rest in peace. And God bless. And we recognise you're here. Can you say bye-bye? Here. I don't know if that said I'm not here.
Not here. You see some of them are obviously still over there.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've separated families, do you know?
Strep. Strep.
Strength.
Strep. S-P-R-E-P. S-T-R-E-P. Strep.
I don't know what strep is.
We can have a look. Eleven. Coming out with numbers now. Right, 100, 11. We're going to give you a few more seconds. Any parting words? Ready. Can you say bye-bye? At peace again. Did you hear that? Second.
That means it's in second church.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Really? Is that what
That's correct. It's just said.
Thank you.
Pension.
I don't know if that was I'm a pensioner.
Because I think some were actually buried there
Mm-hmm.
in Middlewood Chapel,
Yeah,
but then dug up
yeah.
and brought here.
So we were saying earlier that maybe like the because you're talking what nearly 100 years. The way the bodies would have been, I'm assuming that it'd be scattered across, maybe parts left, so they feel like they're in two places.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. I'm wondering when they actually uprooted the bodies and moved them here. Is that what that 1948 means, or?
be interesting to. Did it take all
Yeah.
that time to move everyone?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a long time, but 200,
It's
a lot of people to move, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to cut it off now.
Mike,
So it says Mike again. Mike, that's the second time Mike's here, Mike.
We've had a Dan, haven't
We've had Mike twice and Dan.
we? Mike, is there anything that you'd like to say to us? Any messages or anything before we go?